Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and I have for you quite an obscurity in literature. I do not have the Justice League in front of me. I've never been a big fan, but I had to make an exception for the Jurassic League. I saw this book and I thought, this is the kind of concept where it's so lame that and so ridiculous that it loops around into becoming amazingly awesome. And I instantly, as soon as I saw the cover, had flashbacks to my own childhood in third grade, where we had a similar assignment, I remember, where the teacher gave us a topic, and I know I did one on dinosaurs, but I remember specifically on shoes. We had to write a story about shoes, and I went and I wrote this story all about shoes, and she was just completely taken aback by it and put it into like some district writing contest, and it won these awards, and I was just like left scratching my head. But it was very much something similar where we just took a concept and we just kept going with it and saw what happened. And for that, I absolutely commend the team behind this. And you'll notice the name Daniel Warren Johnson. I've showed you guys a few of his books on this channel before. I'm a big fan. I like a lot of the stuff he does. Maybe you do too. I was new to the other artists on this, and I gotta say I enjoyed it. And this is a book that I wouldn't really feel uncomfortable giving to anybody of any age. I think there's a fun story to be had here. You've got dinosaurs dressed up as superheroes. What is there not to like? I mean, yes, it's silly. And I love the fact that Johnson just kind of rolls with that. It's just a silly concept, and let's just keep going. Let's see where this takes us. How can you not like the flexing Batman? Now, one of the silliest things about this is the names. I feel like we could have come up with more exciting names, but it is what it is, and, it's not the end of the world. I love how tattered and battered these guys all are. Wondered on. Like I said, getting this book gave me flashbacks to my childhood of making all kinds of bad shoe pun names. So yeah, we've got a lot of silly, almost cringe-inducing dinosaur names here, but you know what? It fits. It fits, and honestly, I don't think I'd come up with anything better myself. And one thing that's really nice, I gotta say, is I really gotta commend the art team of Juan Gideon, who does the bulk of the series. There is one issue that has another artist that I'll get to eventually, but it is quite nicely drawn. And, you go from moments where things are quite simple, not a lot of detail, to just like very lush terrain. You've got, nice layouts of this primeval forest and setting. There's dinosaurs everywhere. I mean, there's a lot to enjoy. The coloring's nice. There's a lot to appreciate here. Sure, there's some bizarre, creepy twists here and there, but, that's to be expected when you see... I like this one. You got the flies on the guy's eyes here. With our Joker Zard. Which is interesting. Occasionally violent outbursts, but they're dinosaurs, so, what do you expect? We're obviously taking liberties with evolution here and how that all plays out, but that's okay if we have space alien dinosaurs. This is like pure Elseworld stuff. And honestly, that's one of the few types of books that I've always enjoyed from DC, were those crazy Elseworld stories. And I don't think you can get much crazier than turning the Justice League into a bunch of dinosaurs interacting with prehistoric cavemen humans. There are multiples. You've got most of the big names here, obviously. I don't remember what Aquaman's was. Or Black Mantisaur. And I'm not 100% sure what our Superman stand-in Supersaur here is supposed to be exactly. But I do love the fact that we have him speaking English. There's a lot of, not English, well, obviously this is in English, but the concept that he speaks human, whereas a lot of the other characters are speaking dinosaur. And later on, that becomes an issue that we see play out with the natural Robin stand-in for the Batasaur. So yeah, there's occasional violent outbursts between the dinosaurs, and you've got obviously a lot of stand-ins for fairly well-known and traditional DC characters. We've got a Reverse Flash. I don't remember my Red Lantern, I'm sorry. Atrocious or something? Atrociasaurus. So you've got the Lanterns in here. Oh, you got just about all the big names except Hawkman. And I started thinking to myself, how would you exactly do Hawkman? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how Batman, Batasaur, or whatever his name is, comes up with the whole concept of the bat. And, you know, everybody seems to just take that in stride. But that's okay. Naturally, his parents were cut down by the villainous Jokerzard. And it looks like, is this the issue where we get, so number 3, and yes, Darkseid does show up. And the fact that we've got a Darkseid-like child playing with his toys here is very reminiscent of what I feel that the story kind of folds out like. And gives me vague vibes of Tom Scioli's Transformers versus G.I. Joe, where it's just like, it's like stream of consciousness kids playing together. And here we have the issue with the other artist. I'm not sure what the name is. Very competent, very dark lines, and for whatever reason makes me think of like early to mid 90s 2000 AD fill-in artist issues. Not that there's anything done wrong. I actually kind of enjoy it, and it's got that rough grittiness to it that I would expect from like 90s indie stuff. You know, you had a lot of the artists from those realms breaking into, you know, like British comics in the early mid 90s and then eventually transferring their way over here. Some of the action in this issue was a little bit hard to follow at times. Rafa Gares. And then we have the evil egg bursting at the end. So obviously we have the big final battle, which I'm not going to spoil for you. But of course there's the chance that they're going to come back. But let's turn to it. I know there's something in here. There's a nice joke on the whole "it's a bird, it's a plane" thing. I'll let you find it yourself. But honestly, I love the fact that we had a Walt Simonson cover. If anybody needs to be drawing dinosaurs, punching and dressed up in costumes, it's Walt. Good stuff. Character designs in the back. And I mean, honestly, just a nice, fun little package. So if this sounds like something up your alley or up your epoch, that's a bad pun. I'm tired. What can I say? Fun book to be had. It is relatively new, at least as of the time of this filming. So if you want to grab it while you can, by all means, we'll have a link down below. So with that said then, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you back here soon. Bye-bye.